Woo!
Ooh. Yep. What do you think of the theme?
Oh, there's intro music and everything. Yeah.
Full intro music.
This is like a full.
This is a full production.
I could see this at a rave.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I wrote the song,
I also wrote it as well.
but I wrote more of it.
I kind of like was doing most of it, and then Jackson just was doing like the fine tweaking.
I was like,
I was like the creative.
I was like the
doing
creative
part. He was just like the guy in the studio. Like,
Grim didn't write it.
I don't know.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Sausage Boys podcast, everyone. This is South Coast poster child here. I go by the name of Jackson Grant. We got sound effects.
There's so many sound effects. What are the other
There's a
colours?
lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of sound effects here.
And that's a voice you know and love. That's the Terry Crews of Sydney, aka the Steamroller. Karim Diallo.
I feel very nervous doing that around new people. It's
Why don't you have that one as a sound effect?
The Choo Choo. You think we should have it?
I literally should add my as a whole different thing. Whenever I start steamrolling over a conversation, I just press that.
That's how we got the name, from talking over people.
Yeah.
And that's Lucy Henderson we've got here as well.
Hello?
Comedian,
New friend of the podcast.
video maker,
Yeah, new friend.
Photoshop aficionado.
Oh, anything. Rectangles, circles.
Everything. You got like a new show as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It's coming out.
Coming out.
Actually, let's do a little bit of pluggeroony. Let's plug it up straight out of the gate.
Pluggeroony.
Lucy, what do you got going on? Where can people find you?
Oh, well, okay. Socials, I have the same handle, Lucy K. Henderson. I don't have a cool name like you guys. Like, you've got like...
Yeah, we've
alter
got like
egos.
alias going on.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, and then my Sydney Fringe show, Comedy Cluedo. We were just talking about it. It's a murder mystery.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it going to get very scary? Do you think there'd be a time where like people legitimately get scared in the audience?
No, well, the whole thing is like, who's murdered me?
Oh.
And yeah. So, and because it's based on the board game, so it's like in what room, like what weapon,
Yeah.
what person. And the whole time I was doing it, I was like, holy shit, so many people want to kill me.
Dang.
It's like scary for me, but I don't think it'll be scary.
Have you got some enemies?
I think I do.
My high school, the girl that I bullied in high school.
Yeah. It's like
I just short people money. I'm just a really terrible person.
every single one of my family members is in it too, so I'm like, fuck, better watch out.
Wow.
Dang.
Should be good.
Gosh, so what date is that?
Oh my god, I actually don't know. It's at the end of September.
Oh, end of September.
End of
I
September.
think it's 27th, 29th.
Oh, nice. Perfect. And what's it called again?
Comedy Cluedo.
Comedy Cluedo.
Hell yeah.
I love a little bit of Cluedo.
I'm excited. I'm going to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There we go. Ticket sale done.
Despite how scared I'm probably going to get.
Yeah,
It
it's
sounds good.
terrifying.
What about going there if someone's in the audience just screaming? Just like psycho screaming.
Maybe I should have like orchestrate an actual murder in the crowd.
That would be all over the
That's
news.
publicity right there.
Be really, really good. Or just like kind of like a fake murder, getting like a fake knife or something, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of red paint, and everyone just like witnesses this thing.
That would be great if that did work. Like, no, someone literally did die, but she was funny,
Yeah,
right?
but she killed. She killed.
Yeah, she literally killed.
Well, the highlight of Fringe was, it was the show where,
That
despite the
comedian
actual
murdered.
murder, she murdered. Which murder was harder?
What do we got? We got a live show coming up as well with Sausage
What a live
Boys.
show, literally coming out of nowhere.
Do you remember the date?
I think it was like August 24th or something like that.
No one's remembering dates. No one's
you
coming.
don't need to know.
no one's coming.
It was somewhere around then in August. We've got a live show happening.
Yeah, which is sick. The last one was frothing. We have
Yeah.
Riv on, Riv Narak. We had Sath on,
Yes. Chris Knight,
Chris Knight, Travis.
Travis.
Travis, yeah.
Like we've had, we got maybe a very special guest for the next show.
Yeah, 24th of August confirmed.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that!
calendar checked.
Look at that! What's going on here? It's a good memory on my end. Very good memory. On my end.
This is crazy. Again, the other day, I was just like, what? Like, had no sleep, and I was trying to write down like topics for the podcast.
Yeah.
And the top one is bleeding out from getting doodled by it. Should we get into that?
What?
A doodle. What is it? What's a doodle?
I was
bite?
watching a movie. It's called Fresh. Have you heard of this?
No, I don't
It's
really
like
watch movies.
A
You're not a
movie.
movie person.
No.
What about a movie called Fresh and it's just like spraying you with deodorant or something like that, and you put the movie in and just deodorant comes out?
That's pretty good.
I like that one.
Yeah, it was this
Sounds like a commercial more.
Fresh.
Fresh the commercial. It was this movie was like it was like a murder mystery kind of. You'd probably like it.
All right, yeah.
It was
It's real spooky again.
it was like, and basically they defeat the bad guy. Spoiler alert. Sorry. It was they defeat the bad guy. This chick bites the dude's doodle off, and my whole take was like, I think you could die from that. Honestly,
I just had a quick idea.
you
What
can
about a
die?
movie where just the bad guys win
yeah.
and it just ends? The good guys just don't win.
Whoa, that's original.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, bad guys just win.
yeah.
With all the original ideas.
And it's like, yes, yes.
Could you
And-
die from that though?
Yeah, could you die from a doodle bite?
Well, I mean, like, you bleed out. There's a lot of blood vessels.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right.
Could you die of like heartbreak or
Loneliness.
of loneliness?
I think you definitely die from it.
Well, like, if you don't go to the hospital, then yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm sure if you went to the hospital, it's like, you'll be fine.
What about if the nurse just like, yeah, sorry, you can't lose that. Sorry, you're gonna die. It's not even bleeding that much. Yeah, no, sorry, you're dying.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Maybe not immediately, but
But how was she in a position? Like, was she, like, seducing him
yes.
and then was like, oh.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
literally what
okay.
happened?
Oh.
Which is crazy as well. Like, how do people? I've never heard of that ever happening.
I
It
don't
must
know.
have happened in the world, right?
I don't know if you could actually, like, off. Like, that's pretty.
I've heard someone
Like a
had their
bite.
thing bitten off, and then I think it was like thrown into like a farmland, and there were a bunch of people just looking for it for I think it was like days, and they found it.
What?
Sure
I
you-
think it got reattached or something like
No,
that.
surely you can't reattach it at that point.
Apparently, you can. I think they got it and put it in ice or something like
Yeah.
that.
Imagine seeing him being like, "How does it look, man?" He's like, "Yeah, good as new." No, it looks great. It looks exactly how it did before. I'm completely stoked. My life hasn't changed at all.
Imagine just being in like the hospital bed, being like, "Any luck? Have they found it?"
Yeah.
I know. I reckon at that point you're just lucking out for a good plastic surgery.
100%.
Like, does it on Medicare? If it was like, you lost it, it's bitten off.
Yeah.
Pop it on. New
What's even the cosmetic? You couldn't feel it, right? It's gone.
What about
Like if you got your
Well, okay, no, because they would be able to get the nerve endings from like whatever stump is left and put it on the end. I reckon.
well, they'd like attack.
I
Like,
think it can be done.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of like they come and they find it and they're like, it's pretty small. And they'd be like, oh, no, that's not mine. That's literally not mine. You keep looking.
I don't know. It kind of matches your skin tone perfectly.
Yeah, well, it's not mine.
Leave it
It's-
alone. That's not mine. It must be some other guy's penis that was thrown into a farm. Is this a true story?
Literally.
Where did you hear this?
I think this was like a really big story maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. There was like some wife bit off her husband's thing. And then, yeah, I think they were living in the country or something. She just
Farmer wants wife gone wrong.
legitimately. And I think he got it attached. I think they found it within like I think you probably have like 4 days until it becomes a problem.
Imagine the first day it happens. You're kind of like, we got time.
Yeah, surely. And there's like a counter above the hospital bed.
Oh.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
4
got
hours
like 6
left.
hours. He's like scrolling Instagram, like, better find this thing. Just trying to get your mind off it. Just like watching some Adam Sandler movie, being like,
They keep sending you photos of different penises, and you're like, no,
No,
that's not mine. Mine's not bigger than that. Why is that? Why would it have been at a farm? Why would they have thrown it at a farm?
Well, she was obviously mad. Like,
But not mad enough to like completely get rid of it. It's like, all right, it's out there somewhere.
yeah.
Now it's just a bird, and you have to find it.
yeah, it's a good
Well, like-
move. It's a good move. It's like throw it out the window. Get
Yeah.
that thing out of here.
Like if she put it in the bin, then he'd be able to find it. Like,
That'd be a bit too convenient.
off you go.
What about like she just had yogurt or something? And he's like, ew. Yeah. Okay, fine, just leave it. I don't want to go through searching through the bin.
You finally see it. You're running for it, and a crow just swoops down. It's absolutely terrifying.
Oh, dang. But yeah, apparently it can be reattached. I don't think you die from it. So in this movie, Fresh, you're fine.
Yeah, fresh, good as new.
Yeah.
Fine.
How does the movie end?
He dies.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he runs outside with his pants off, and he's like chasing her. and he's just like trying to shoot her.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
And dies of blood loss.
a broken heart. That's. Oh well, there was something there.
There was something there. I really like
I'm literally looking
I'll
at
be
every.
looking that
Yeah.
up.
Been watching any movies recently? A big movie buff?
No,
Not a movie buff.
I've been too busy watching all the sport.
Oh, you
Oh,
watching
you're
the
sporty.
Oh, you're a
Yeah,
sporty.
Sporty Spice. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of sports are we talking about?
Well, this weekend I've had 2 laptops and the TV going.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you watching it like this?
Yeah. Like
No,
well,
you're scrolling
so
Instagram in front of it.
I was watching the swimming championships. Did you watch that?
No.
Oh, so good. Like,
Yeah.
because Australia's really good at it. So you're just like medal.
There's some like world records getting broken
Yeah.
as well.
So many.
I've been peeping a lot of stuff on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
I've been like catching highlights.
So you only need to watch that like when an Australian's like in the finals. So that was like just kind of on one screen.
Oh, okay. So you're getting the swimming finals.
Yeah.
What's your main race that you like to tune into for the swimming?
I do like a good medley.
Mm.
Because then you can kind of be like, oh, so-and-so's dropped the ball here and they've fucked it for like the whole country.
What's a medley's like? You have to do every swimming. I mean,
Every stroke, you get a little bit of everything.
Oh,
No, that's
okay.
not what I
medley.
wanted to say then.
Oh, relay.
Relay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that idea where it's like, yeah, imagine just letting down your country.
Yeah.
Imagine
It's so
that.
embarrassing.
Getting a cramp halfway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like 4 people and they like swap in. I
Yeah.
like when they get to the end and the other person jumps over the top of them.
Yes. Yeah. And they got to be careful because like in the Great British team, like got disqualified because one jumped in too early. That's even
Ooh.
worse than being slow, getting the whole team disqualified. Like embarrassing.
Imagine just like, yeah, getting a world record like by seconds. And be like, yes. And be like, yeah, we were disqualified.
Yeah.
Looking up at that screen.
Damn.
Just getting beaten. Yeah, just fucking it up for your whole country and just being
Yeah.
like, I don't even care if my penis gets bitten off. Well, that's crazy. What Karim used to be a swimmer, actually.
Yeah, I was big into swimming.
Yeah.
Hey.
I really love some good swimming. Do you have any background in swimming?
Not good. No. Like I can swim.
Yeah.
As we most all can, but like
I find that strange. I honestly find it strange when people who weren't swimmers, like at a high level, get into swimming.
but it's only like headline, like World Championships, Olympics. Like I'm not, watching like some live stream on Facebook of like the national championships.
You're not down at the
or
local
something.
sea pool
No.
Yeah. watching them do laps.
Watching like the under 12s. Like,
Just watching like two brothers race against each other, just like in a public pool. Oh, he's gone pretty good. I think that brother's got him.
We've been talking about this concept for a while. Like, we need a new like sports movie. We need a new comedy movie, like Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, something
yeah.
like that.
Swimming could be good.
Swimming. Pete Davidson is a swimmer.
They had the swimmer.
What? Really?
It was like came out, but it wasn't a comedy.
Oh,
Do you want a comedy?
yeah.
Yeah,
This
we're
one was
thinking,
really sad.
what was
yeah.
this one? It's a guy who was a professional swimmer, gets his penis bitten off, and then gets it thrown in the forest.
What's sad about it?
No, so this one's about 2 Syrian refugees
Yeah.
that like flee Syria to go to Germany, and it's like they're like training as elite swimmers in Syria, and then they like flee, and then they go through like all those boats and stuff, and it's like really dodgy, and the boat like sinks, and they like literally swim to Greece.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Goodness
then like
gracious.
they make
How
it.
long? How long was the trip swimming?
I actually don't know how far it was, but it seemed pretty far.
I got to make a prediction. It's not called The Swimmers.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. I
Yeah.
thot you said The Swimmer.
No,
And I was going to say one of them died.
nah.
Is
Dang,
that
I'm-
literally the movie, The Swimmer? So, I mean, The Swimmers.
Yeah, it's on
Same
Netflix.
thing.
So I have watched it. Well, that was like 6 months ago that I watched it, but yeah,
So you are a bit of a film buff then.
yeah, every now and then.
What? And so let's say you've got the swimming on. What else are you watching at the same time?
I had the cricket,
Nice.
yeah, the Ashes,
Yeah.
and I had the AFL.
AFL. Okay. What's going on? I don't really follow too many of those sports. I don't know who's good in the cricket or whatever.
The cricket's not going well.
Yeah.
So they were like, so the Ashes is like 5 tests. They're like 2-1 up, and then the last one was a draw, and they're doing the final one now, and they got like absolutely pumped. Like they're like 400 runs down.
Who are they up against?
England.
England. Dang.
But then,
Getting beat by
last night they came out and they scored like 150 runs, no wicket, and then it started raining. So tonight it's like big.
Dang. Hell yes. Go Australia. I think KFC should do like some sort of promo where they have wicket wings.
Oh, wicket wings.
Yeah, wicket
Oh,
wings.
yeah.
That
That's
could be
really
really good.
good.
It's kind of like really like long. Is the wicket like the 3 sticks?
Yeah.
In the ground. Wicket wings.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
And you have like a ball, which is kind of like a potato mashy sort of thing. and then I don't know what the bat would be. Could be like a chicken tender.
And
Or like the Ashes meal.
And like your cup is like your cup from KFC is like coated in sandpaper.
Yeah, you could do that.
Is that alright? That's the only thing I know about cricket.
No, it's
Something
pretty
about
good.
sandpaper. I don't even know what happened with sandpaper. I just know sandpaper was involved.
And they just like rubbed it against the ball, which you can't do. It's like
You can't do that.
no, because to like I don't even know. I don't know enough about cricket to know, but it makes the ball bounce a certain way or something.
I was imagining it makes the ball really uncomfortable, and then the guy would it's like putting spikes on the ball. Like, I don't know how they got here. Like the bowl is just like
Just covered in glitter. And they're like, what the hell? Oh, I hate this stuff. It gets everywhere.
Dang, so what's going on in the AFL?
Well, I go for City Swans.
The Swans?
Up the Swans.
They're having like a terrible season, and they can like make finals if like they're out of the top 8, but they can make finals if like 95 different outcomes happen. They can like sneak in. So watching every game, being like, oh, this has to go this way, and it never does.
Dang.
I feel like life would be so enriching following sport.
It is. Like I can't wait to Friday. Like next games. Like let's get it on.
And especially like following a lot of sport at that. You must have like just a lot of fun. There's a lot of anticipation every single
Yeah,
weekend.
there is.
So there's a lot happening. Do you ever get like kind of nervous? before the
100%.
games?
Yeah.
You get very nervous.
Like on the weekend, the Swans were like are about to lose, like about to be run over, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't watch it. I have to change channel.
Really?
Like,
It'd be great. Like I've been to an AFL game. It was the Swans, and it was so sick. And I also didn't give a fuck. So imagine if you were into it and you were there. It'd be the best
that'd
thing
be
in the
very
world.
like stressful.
What about like watching the Swans get run over and it's just like a nature channel? Some guy in a car. And it's like, at least this is better than what's going on in the AFL game.
Yeah, well, that's not as stressful, I think.
It's not as stressful.
Or wow.
What's the X Games? It's where they get
It's like Twitter.
nice. Yeah, what
Twitter's
is
called X.
what is the X Games? I don't even know. Is it like winter sports?
Or is it like skateboarding? I
Or when
don't-
your X
Oh, it's
tries
like
to get in your
cool-
head.
Cool shit.
You have no idea.
X
You know-
Games, oh yeah, it's like all extreme sports.
Wait,
Yeah.
you don't know what it is?
No, it's
Oh.
outside my wheelhouse.
Oh, I saw someone skating
That's
today.
like your wheelie house.
I saw
X Games, like doing
that's good, yeah. I saw this guy skating today and he was wearing like really cool like Japanese kind of streetwear. Like he looked like a producer.
Mm.
Like all black, like real like nice slick back hair. And he was also riding a skateboard. I'm like,
Nice.
pick one.
Oh, you
You
can't be
can't be
that
doing
cool.
you can't be doing both
everything.
things. Yeah.
You're just like juggling.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
like on a skateboard is like good look.
You
for,
don't like
an adult.
skateboards.
You don't like
I think if you're at the skate park, pop off.
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I went on a date with a guy that was a lawyer and he was all depressed because like that day his skateboard broke. And I was like, that's not a thing. You can't be riding your skateboard in your freaking suit to work.
You can't be a lawyer.
Can
You
you
can't be
imagine
doing both.
can you imagine being like, I'm terrified I could be going to jail for the rest of my life, and your lawyer just comes up and does a kickflip and lands out the front and you're like, God damn it.
It's all going to be good after all.
Yeah.
He just lands it perfectly. It's like, I'm beating this case.
This is a hillside backflip.
Your Honor. Okay. Case dismissed. You're free.
Yeah.
Your Honor, this case is totally bogus. Wait, they were literally a lawyer and they were
Dude,
skating.
come on.
Yeah.
Let him go.
That's not like you weren't into that. That's not like a 2-for-1 because it's like this is like a man, but also like boyish.
Or did this take away from the lawyer? You have these things like, oh, lawyers bringing him up here, but skateboarding brought him back down.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
skateboarding brought it down. Plus it was just like I don't know, like skateboarding to work to save money, like wasn't giving good vibes.
Oh, is that what the angle was?
Well, it must have been.
What was his like exit? Wait, did he ride the skateboard to the date? Oh no, it broke.
No, it broke.
I was gonna say like the date finishes, like if it went really well, he's like, hop on.
No.
Family's like, I don't want you hopping on the back of a skateboard. Screw you guys.
No. I think he'd have to hold it. We'd walk home.
So what happened?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did it end up as well this date?
Oh, it was so bad. He told me his salary within like 5 minutes. Of the date. And it was really low too.
What was it? Oh no.
It was
lawyer.
like a first year.
Yeah.
It's like 60K,
Ooh.
maybe
For a
65
lawyer?
for a lawyer. Yeah.
I heard it's
Dang.
hard. It's hard out there for a lawyer
Yeah.
nowadays.
Oh,
not
you got to
really-
start like on the bottom. They pay nothing.
He's doing really bad for a lawyer, but really good for a skater.
Yes, yeah.
definitely true. What's the dating world going on? Like, you going on many dates?
To be honest, no. I had a dream the other night that I met a guy at a party at like midnight, and then he was just like said to me in this dream, I like to leave parties sometimes, so you might just like not see me go. And I was like, cool, no worries. So then he like left the party, and I was like looking for him, and I was like, no worries. And then at 3 a.m, he texted me and was like, hey, do you want to come over? And even in my dream, my standards are so low, I was like, sure, no worries.
That's kind of cute, though.
This was a dream. He didn't actually text you.
No, the whole thing was a dream.
Yeah. You got a text at 3 o'clock after a party.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, why not? So it's
How
pretty...
far did this dream go? Did it get X-rated or did it kind of end
Then
there?
I went to his place, and he like lived in kind of like a shoebox. And he's like, yeah, I've been to jail, and like, I don't know, he's on the run or something.
This guy sounds really cool.
Yeah.
He's like, sometimes I just leave parties. And you're like, what? And then he just leaves, and you're like, what the? That's a solid move.
Yeah.
And then what happened in the dream? How far did this dream go? He's in this shoebox. He's on the run from the police.
And I still go with him.
He's just got a meth lab.
Yeah. Was that attractive? Would you be attracted to a man who's on the run?
No.
I don't know. I think maybe.
Or is that just a dream?
I think
Is there something
Oh,
exciting.
but like-
It must be a bit exciting to be like,
Yeah, like, and what they're on the run from too, I think is important.
What if he was on the run because he murdered someone who like killed his daughter or something like that?
Oh, like he was...
It literally doesn't get better than that.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's like, I avenged my daughter's death.
Totally fine.
Okay. Would that heighten your like attraction to him? The idea that he's like this hardened kind of man who stands up for what he believes in, and he's willing to kill someone if he has to.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think... Although, I don't know, I have terrible taste in men, so maybe.
So you're not going on many dates, though?
You've got a terrible taste in men, so you wouldn't get with this guy that murdered someone.
No, I probably would.
And
And then I'd be like to my friends, like, oh, fuck. Like, I did it. And they would be like, again.
So this is like a regular thing. You're making like poor decisions in the dating
in
world.
dreams.
Yeah.
Is it both? Have you had have you had another bad dream in your a bad date in your
I
dreams?
don't think so, no.
This is the first. But have you had a terrible date in real life?
Oh, so many. Because it's like, I don't know, you guys on the Hinge dates? No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's just like talking to someone a little bit on message, and then you meet them in person. They're always so boring. And then it's just like holding a conversation for like hours.
Oh, so you're getting stuck in
out
some
of here.
snooze fests.
Yeah. And I can't say no. So like, well, obviously I can, but...
Oh,
like,
during the date?
During the date.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, do you want to go another place? Yeah, sure. No, I don't. Like, I want to go home.
I think I've got the answer.
Yeah.
I think I've honestly got the answer. You know why guys are so boring on dates? Because they've got a goal in mind. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, they've got a goal in mind.
Interesting.
You know who doesn't want to do that?
Someone who's on the run from police.
Someone whose dick got bitten off.
Do you know what I mean? They're going to go to the greatest lengths to keep you around because people like being around people.
Yeah.
They never want you to see the penis. So they're going to have good conversations. Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
What would you
okay.
rather? Someone who had their thing bitten off, or the most exciting, amazing person on earth, or someone who's very boring but they have a normal downstairs thing
I
going on?
reckon first option for sure.
Wow.
I'm going boring. I'm going the boring guy. And I'm also straight, so that's...
Just something about a guy with a penis just does
Yeah.
it for you.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
You're like, I need him to have a penis. It can't be bitten off.
Well, we don't even have to do anything. Like, I'd like us to move slow, but it'd be nice to know that it's an option. Yeah.
But you're thinking you're more about the personality, the story, them keeping you captivated.
Yeah, well, to be honest, like, I find myself pretty interesting. Like, I enjoy spending time by myself. Like, if you're not going to be more entertaining than just hanging out with me, then, like, it's no point. Like, I don't want to come and entertain you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I'm not doing my show. I'm not doing my act right now.
Yeah.
You want to be entertained.
Yeah, I want to have a good chat.
Do you use a comedian thing on socials? Or do you think that's might be like a little bit scary for a guy?
On the dating app?
Yeah.
Oh, have you got a photo with the mic in hand?
I have one photo.
And they say, oh my God, what are you doing?
Oh,
What are you doing in that photo?
Yeah. Are you singing, or is it obvious that you're doing stand-up?
I think it is.
There's just a crowd full of people going,
But, nah, I don't know, the guy that I went on the skateboard date with.
Yeah.
He came to a
It's so funny that it's not the lawyer date.
the lawyer skateboarder.
Yeah.
He came to a gig once, and then afterwards he like gave me feedback, and I was like,
Oh,
no.
no.
Mm-mm-mm.
He's
Big
not a
no.
comedian himself?
No.
He's just straight up giving you feedback.
Yeah. And it was like everyone's doing 5-minute sets, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you know what? No one did in this that like they're doing like Netflix shows." I was like, "Oh yeah, go on."
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you know when you reference the joke you've done before," and I was like, "Oh, there was no callbacks in a 5-minute set. Like that's crazy."
And was that the deal breaker?
To be honest, the whole thing was just a deal breaker.
But you kept him around that long to even come to another
Well,
outing.
I did this thing where it was like audience vote competition,
Oh, so you needed bodies.
and I was like, "Come along." It was great. He brought 2 friends.
Oh, wow.
and I
Hell
won,
yeah.
So
Whoa.
split it.
Who were his friends? It was like a doctor that snowboards. And,
There's a surgeon who scooters.
we're the worst.
Police officer riding a unicycle. Get back here.
Well, it must be so tricky to kind of pick who you're going to like go out with. Like, how do you base how exciting they're going to be off a photo?
Well, you try from like the profile vibe.
Yeah.
Have you had an exciting date where you're literally like clinging to your seat? Like, what's he going to say next?
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, I had a good date, ghosted. It was like,
Oh,
great.
dang.
Mm.
Dang, and he's out there like she just didn't skateboard enough. Yeah. Oh, but that kind of just happens, right?
Yeah. Just gonna take that.
Man, it was just like the best date of your life. Just you're hitting it off.
To be honest, it wasn't like the most amazing date, but I was like, it was a first date, and I was like, oh, he can talk.
Right. Okay,
But
so
then,
that's what
but
I
he
have to
couldn't
do.
talk after the date because there was no message.
What do you want? What do you want? Do you want like contradiction? You want to say something? They're like, actually, I don't know about that.
I'll do like healthy debate, but
Yeah.
I also won't do like the contradiction of like, I don't know,
They're like,
Certain
I don't
things
know.
not
or
certain things.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I read some articles. I don't know about this whole COVID
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's too far.
That literally should have been a requirement for a little while there. Like, you have to put like, are you active? You have to put like your smoking status, like how you feel about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
That literally should have been.
Well, there was like you had to put your vaccination status, so you could kind of like pick up.
Yes, I do. I do
Oh,
remember that was a
really?
thing when I was back on those apps. I think it had it. That's basically saying if you said not vaccinated, you kind of
Yeah, you're saying
assume
I'm,
they're having a
I'm
stance.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. Have you got like a crazy like worst date you've ever been on? Like where everything went wrong?
I went on this date where he was like, "Let's get dinner at fuck now I've forgotten the place, Hard Rock Cafe," and I was like, "Yeah,
Wow.
right, pop off." And he was like talking like the biggest chat like beforehand, and then got there and he just like repeated like 5 things he said to me on message, and I was like, "Cool, so he doesn't have good chat." He just,
He's
like,
got 5
has
things.
5 things to say. And then we
He's just
only-
looking at his hands. Just shaking.
I remember the first date I went on. Legitimately, I had
Wrote
notes.
stuff on your hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I legitimately wrote stuff down.
Yeah.
How old were you?
17.
Like, how cool's
What were you writing down?
I think
Batman?
I was like legitimately. I think I had SpongeBob, and
What?
then I think 'cause I had a funny take on SpongeBob.
What's your take? Do you remember
I
it?
can't remember. I think it was like it
Was
was.
it just me?
It was very violent.
SpongeBob kind of.
I remember my idea was like, wasn't SpongeBob like very violent and like very hardcore?
I mean,
It's a
thinking
weird
about
take.
it, it's
This-
pretty evil. Like plankton. It's like,
Yeah, like I think just the way people were dying or something like that. I just thought it was kind of inappropriate in like a.
so were you
intense
still
way.
watching SpongeBob when you were 17? Is that what you're saying?
That's how it comes
No.
across.
Yeah.
I
I was watching an episode of SpongeBob before I came here.
But yeah, I think I had that. I literally can't remember the other topics. I just have like weather. But yeah, so this guy only had 5 things that he
Yeah.
could ever talk about.
And then we were gonna have dinner. Like it was said dinner, but then for some reason we only had drinks. So I had like 5 freaking Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
We spent so much money that we got like a free glass, and he paid for it, and I took the glass because he was so boring. But when I was at uni, I was studying science.
It's like you might need this. I get a bit weird after. I don't know, something about.
What were the topics? Do you remember what his 5 things were? I'm actually curious.
Yeah, he worked in finance.
Yeah.
And he had some joke about it being like the Wolf of Wall Street or something. Like, it's fucking dumb.
So he did this on the text and then he repeated the joke.
But then there was interrogation on my behalf of what he actually did.
Yeah.
And he didn't actually. So he worked at Commonwealth Bank in superannuation, and I was like, yeah, okay, like tell me more about it. And he was like, oh, super's pretty boring. And I was like, no, like it's all right, we can talk about it. But he didn't give me any details, and I kind of figured out like he just worked in the call center. I was like, you don't work in finance.
Oh
So
man,
that was brutal. But I got so drunk.
on this day.
Yeah, so when I was at uni, I studied science, and I was like at uni this time. And I had this like subject learning about diseases, and I fucking love diseases. And he had nothing to say. So we went on like a 10-minute spiel about like all the ways you can die from appendicitis, and he was just like, what the fuck?
Have you had appendicitis?
No.
I did.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I nearly died, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can happen?
They said a weaker man would have died. I didn't. But you love diseases.
Yeah.
You should meet Karim.
Do you have a lot of diseases, or you like diseases?
I'm just a real Ben Lee fan.
Who is that?
Is that Catch My Disease? Is that the
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
Everyone, that may be the funniest joke I've ever told on the podcast.
What do you do? Yeah, what do you literally do? You can't just let it play out. It's literally a 15-second clip of laughter.
I'm sorry, I'm not responsible for how the audience reacts to my jokes. Are you a disease? I said, no, I'm just a real Ben Lee fan. That's one of the funniest jokes that have probably ever been told.
I got a story here.
Yeah, we'll move on.
And no, I'm kind of into disease. I'm just into things. I'm down to kind of like research. I'm down to kind of look into things, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's your favorite disease? Appendicitis is kind of your top.
Meningitis is my favorite.
Meningitis.
Yeah.
Is that where guys?
What's that?
Is that where a guy's penis gets cut off? Oh no, I meant to say bitten off. Fuck.
Meningitis.
We'll edit that.
What's that? There's something involving a man.
Meningitis. Oh, actually, let's play a little guessing game.
Yeah, what do you think
Whoever,
it is?
whoever gets
Okay,
closer.
what's meningitis?
Meningitis.
Something to do with the mouth. Something to do with kind of like some black tarry stuff
I think
happening
it's-
in the mouth.
I think it's a bacterial infection on the skin.
Okay.
No.
I
You're
think
thinking of something like gingivitis or something.
Gingivitis.
gingivitis.
What's that? It's where you start
That's where your gums
have
are
too
all,
much
like,
ginger?
inflamed.
ginger ale.
You can't play it every time you say something.
Did you know if you listen to Ed Sheeran enough, your hair does start going red?
What?
Yeah,
That's
they're doing studies on that.
What are you
well, those
talking
studies
about?
aren't going to prove anything. Is this like a joke? Is there a dad joke here?
I know,
No,
is
no,
this
that's
a weird
literally it's a weird thing.
Jackson's trying out lying for the first time. I'm just trying to see how it
Don't
feels.
die on that.
Yeah, I'm at a funny crossroads where I'm like doing takes on the podcast and it's just turning into lying.
But yeah, what is it?
What's
What is it?
meningitis?
It's when you're bitter.
It's where you tuck your penis between. You just like, I can't stop it.
Yeah, to pretend.
Uh,
No, it's when your brain gets really inflamed and then you die.
What do you get that from?
Bacteria.
bad dates.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got the bacteria right.
Okay, got the bacteria part. That's good. That's good. Dang, and that's your favorite. Why?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't want to contract it, but it's very interesting to study because like you in the morning you're like, oh, I feel like maybe I have a cold, and then night you're like dead.
You die that quickly.
Oh,
Do
it's
people
literally
still
a
get
day-
it now?
A day thing.
Or is it an old
Oh,
thing?
it's a headache. Oh, it's like a current thing. You get like the worst headache you've ever had, and then it's just like because your brain doesn't have any. This isn't comedy at all, but your brain doesn't have like.
I think it's pretty funny.
It doesn't
I
have
think it's hilarious.
like an immune system in your brain. So like if a bacteria gets in there, it's kind of like we don't know what to do. Peace
Whoa,
out.
that's terrifying.
you can't like rush to the doctor and be
You
like,
can, but like
hey, I think I have meningitis.
I think it's just like by the time you get there and like some of the symptoms, it's kind of like, oh, well, it's already too late now.
Oh, you literally can't do anything.
Yeah, and then they have to like amputate all your limbs and stuff to keep you alive. Anyways, it's a broke.
Dang, it's like we're starting with these.
Just pull down the pants and it's already gone. It's like,
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's terrifying. But like, how common is this? Do people just get this?
It's really rare.
Should we look it up?
And you can be vaccinated. You would have been vaccinated against it anyway.
I guess meningitis.
Yeah, against meningococcal, yeah.
meningococcal. Is it the same
meningococcal.
thing?
Well, yeah.
I remember meningococcal. I remember being terrified of it as a kid.
Yeah.
Because
Same.
it's like bumps, isn't it? Where you get bumps all over your body?
Yeah, but that's one of the symptoms where if you had that, it's too late.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
start, as soon as you see those bumps, it's like, dude, it's over.
Well, yeah. Like, you can still go to the hospital and they'll try, but.
Google Images gets nasty.
With what is this?
Do you wanna look?
Meningitis?
Ready?
Let's have a look.
This is pretty graphic.
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa,
not
is
the
that a brain?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
What's this? Shameless. I'd say we'd land at 9. I don't know. He's getting a message on Facebook. Should we look into that a little bit?
That's absolutely terrifying.
That is literally
Yeah,
terrifying.
anyways.
Have you had any bad diseases? And have you kind of like been mid-disease, being like fascinated?
No, but I used to, it was even worse, but I used to.
You're a Ben Lee fan.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Stop.
But yeah. So.
No, but I will worry that I have the diseases.
Oh, you're a hypochondriac.
Huge.
Really? Yeah. What's the thing? What's your thing that you think you've got?
Cancer.
Mm.
Yeah, that's.
So you're always, and it's worse, especially if you're into it, like
Yeah.
looking
I was
it up.
tired for like 3 days, and I was like, well.
See you guys
it's
later.
been nice to know everyone.
It's like you've only been sleeping for 3 hours every single night.
Yeah.
But I'm just so scared. How can I sleep at a time like this?
Just go to a doctor, be like, I'm exhausted. You're like, how's the sleep going? I didn't sleep last night. You're like, I think I've got cancer though.
It is a tricky thing. I remember when I was like smoking cigarettes when I was like in high school even, and just being like, I am going to die from this. Like, I feel like
Really?
you just, you get so in your head. Were you doing anything to make you think that you had a problem?
No. Just
It's that bad, you just like freak
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Is this all the time?
Terrifying.
Do you have like panic attacks?
No, not all the time. It'll just be like every now and then.
Okay. Something starts going on, and you're like, yeah, I've probably got meningococcal.
Yeah, like WebMD symptom checker. I'm always on that.
You're on WebMD.
Yeah.
You
which
can't
is-
be doing that.
Do you
I
get on
know,
Reddit? Do you get on Reddit?
No.
That's where it gets
no.
scary.
I don't get on Reddit.
Dang. Gosh. But what's this story?
Oh, I got a cool little story here. Yeah, a daredevil recently has died.
Yes.
Ooh, what
Yes, I
happened?
heard about this one.
They fell from a building.
It's usually the way the daredevils do go.
Were they like attempting something, or that was just?
I think they were one of those daredevils that do the whole like selfie
Selfie
stick. Look at me, I'm on top of this building. It's like, whoa.
Oh shit!
Which is,
Is
Did you die from that? Or?
I guess.
is that the most honorable way to go? Do you know what I mean? Is that like almost dying in the service?
Like,
It's like you've given
dying
your life
doing
for
what
this
you
thing.
love.
Yeah. yeah. I climbed up a building to take a
To take a
TikTok.
selfie and I slipped.
TikTok of myself.
Yeah.
Would you get the footage and like play it in their honor?
That's what happens, yeah, because you assume they've got this selfie stick. They've fallen.
Insane.
Like they died for it. You may as well like put it on the ground.
Yeah, imagine that.
And then imagine if it bombed.
It's like
One
300 likes or something. That's it. You're like, oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty sick, but
People just commenting clearly fake.
You couldn't get this without dying.
I did have this take recently. Like, I watched this guy do the most insane like BMX shit. He was a doctor. He was doing like
nice.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. No, he
There we
was
go.
doing like backflips, spinning the bike around, just like hitting these ramps like crazy. And I just watched it for 5 seconds, blank expression, double tapped it, and then just kept scrolling. And I'm like, this shouldn't be life. This isn't how we should be appreciating the shit people are doing. Nothing really means that. Like, this person has trained their whole life. They're one of the best people in the world at this, probably. And I just look at that and I'm like, okay. What's Kim Kardashian
Do you know
doing?
what? I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm literally.
You get invested in.
I watch things. I'm like, dang. I audibly say things. I'm like, that is absolutely insane. I saw some like kids.
Don't go
skipping.
up there, Daredevil.
Yeah, what if he was live streaming? God.
That would be terrifying.
Who ends that live stream?
The ground.
But it wouldn't necessarily be like press the button.
I guess the phone would have to shatter into like.
Yeah, I
million
mean if he
pieces.
dies, surely the phone dies.
Yeah. The phone. It's like, you just see a hand go out and be like, and it's just the phone. Something funny. There's something funny there. Something funny. There's a funny joke there. What's the thing you're most impressed with in terms of online stuff?
Oh.
Like a talent, but I guess you're a sports head.
I know,
so-
that's what I was thinking. Maybe
I don't
you
know, I
just do appreciate that.
I do a
stuff.
lot of hate watching.
Oh,
be honest.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
hate watching. Nice.
Oh, that's
We're
a-
big hate watchers ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay,
Me
what's
and
your
Jackson.
favorite thing to hate watch?
I
Why is it going to be bad?
I don't know, just kind of everything. I feel like
Yeah, we like a lot. We send each other cringe videos.
it's pure fascinating. Even people we love.
Yeah, I would send him just like vlogs, things.
Just rappers. Just like literally our favorite musicians in the world will find like their worst line or something and like
We're
joke.
obsessed. We're obsessed with like haters. We're haters.
Yeah.
We're like the hater ball or something like that.
Yeah.
Player haters club.
Yeah.
But you're a bit of a hater yourself.
Yeah.
Bit of a player hater.
Yeah. I hate those like influencer what I do in the days when they wake up at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I hate watch that to see if they take a nap during the day.
I find those very interesting.
It's like,
Like very voyeuristic. It's like, oh, what are you doing?
I saw this TikTok the other day of someone that was like, what we eat in a day is 4 healthy gals in Italy. And there were like Australian girls there on like
Yeah.
a, trip. And they were drinking like freaking smoothies. I was like, what are you like making in the hotel? I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're in Italy. Like, go out.
Yeah,
Hate watch that for sure.
that's good. I like.
We'd love to go out, but sorry, we're healthy.
Yeah. Like,
We'd love to go look at the Louvre.
I would love to eat pizza and pasta and stuff like that, but we're having smoothies at home.
Just realized I don't know anything about Italy. I'm pretty sure the Louvre isn't in Italy, is it?
yeah, that's Paris.
No, I want to look at the Centrepoint Tower.
I want to go to the Harbour Bridge.
It turns out I don't know any cool place anywhere because I just referenced something fucking in the city that's not even
Centrepoint
that
Tower
exciting.
isn't even cool.
I know. I suck. I don't know anything. But I still have the
But at least I still got my thing. At least my thing hasn't been chopped off.
yeah.
But so you hate watching these girls that are going about their day.
Yeah.
Hate watching people eating or what they eat.
And parents.
Parents.
Like people that like gentle parents.
What's it?
Have you-
Oh,
have you
gentle
heard of-
parents.
Gentle
on
parenting is like when you let your kid like make all the decisions essentially.
Okay.
And like
They're creating sociopaths. You can't be
Yeah.
doing that.
and like I'm probably not explaining it properly, but like you have to give them choices. So if it's like you want them to do something, you can't just be like, now it's time for dinner. You have to be like, do you want to have dinner at the kitchen table or do you want to have dinner
And you don't like
in the
that?
dining room or something?
I don't like that.
Really?
But it's for every single thing.
That's not how life works.
And they're documenting it. That's kind of a bit annoying.
That's not too bad, but then it gets
Yeah.
into like you start with that, and then
Yeah.
you get into the deep hole of like the crazies, like the ones that don't vaccinate, all that kind of stuff. Like it's pretty like it's a pipeline there.
I know, yeah,
Absolutely.
because you've got like certain. What is it? Is it in Steiner schools where you can like the kids are meant to like get used to using very sharp knives and stuff like that from like 4 years old, because they should just kind of they're responsible enough. They should figure out their own learning, like they're in the field a lot of the day.
Is that German?
I think so.
Yeah, we have some here.
Yeah, my friend
They,
went to
they
one.
don't have a uniform.
Yeah. Our boy Noah went to one.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's literally he's one of the best people I know.
Yeah, he turned out great. He's
He's
Oh.
literally like
he's literally one of
Probably
my
the
best friends.
great-
Yeah.
probably the greatest guy I've ever met in my life.
It's hilarious, talented.
He's just so charming and humble and kind.
But I do agree, those schools. Is it German? It sounds German, and I don't pick Germans to be very. Maybe I'm biased. against
I don't
Germans.
really know. Maybe it was like going against German society that was quite strict and kind of like do this, do that. It's like, you know what? Push us to the edge. We're going to do the opposite now. We're just going to go around in a field, figure life out for ourselves.
You can't let kids make decisions.
Well, I mean, of some decisions, fine, but
None.
not every day.
What's
like-
your take on parenting? Are you
Oh.
wanting? Do you have ideas of like how you would raise kids? Are you wanting to have a family and stuff like that?
Okay, my only thing is I only want girls.
Wow,
Yeah.
Really?
If I have a boy,
you're a girl mum.
yeah, I only want girls.
You
I want twin girls, and then I just want to.
Kill them.
No. Then I want to stop with the children. Yeah.
Yeah,
Two girls.
But I don't know how I'm gonna. I'm hoping that by the time I want to have kids, that's something you can just go to the doctor and be like, twin girls, and they'll be like, no.
You're
worries.
really right.
Yeah.
You're really. I think that's not far
Yeah,
away.
like 10 years.
Probably 10
10
years,
years.
you'll be like, hey, can I have a boy, girl? Can the guy be 6'4"?
Yeah, like
And the girl, she
you
could be like 5'6".
Like you can do where you're like, well, you can't ask for 2 and definitely get 2, but you can get them to check the eggs and stuff. It's just illegal.
Oh.
But I reckon 10 years.
Right.
Why is it illegal?
Because then it's like, oh, well, you know, you start off saying, can I have a girl? And then you're like, genetically modify
It's like, yeah, it's like
them.
eugenics or something
And
like
then,
that, isn't
yeah,
it?
you start to, you know.
Can she have a mad piece on her? Can she have wings?
Can the boy have 4 arms? I just wanted to have like maybe even just 3, just like two arms.
Oh, when you said forearms, I
I know,
thought you meant
I thought
I was
that
like,
too.
everyone's got those.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I thought you meant like not this part of your arm.
It's just from here.
That's
It's pretty terrifying, yeah. People kind of have the choice about like if they know there's like going to be like a defect or something, right?
I
People-
think that's slowly coming in with its like, I think Down syndrome and certain things, you'll know.
You can be tested for that.
Yeah.
But
Then I think it's too far in.
no, you can.
Oh, I guess you technically can. You can,
Dang, Lucy is based as hell.
But I wouldn't go into what I'll do if I did that. But I have girls.
you want 2 What happens? 2 boys. Bam, 2 boys.
I don't want to say.
Rambunctious
Oh, it's just because
gentlemen.
I just would be so worried that they're constantly going to hurt themselves
Yeah.
or other people.
That's what boys do.
Yeah, so
They're
I don't
rowdy,
know.
especially young boys. They get up to mischief.
Yeah, like.
Mischief. How did you grow up? What was your...
Well, I have actually
situation?
2 older brothers that are twins.
Also, you've seen
But they're-
how the boys...
But they're actually quite well behaved. But
Really?
I just couldn't deal with a child that's just always running off and like climbing on shit. I don't want that.
Is that how your brothers were? Did you see these 2 rambunctious gentlemen just...
It was more, I used to
Climbing?
coach gymnastics
Yeah.
and I'd always have like a group of 8, 1 guy, 7 girls. The guy was just like always the worst.
Really?
Like running around, like.
Well, there's just more. I
Him.
would be more scared to have a girl because I'm like, I'd be worried. I wouldn't necessarily be worried for a dude.
I'd be worried, guy, when they're younger, they're just gonna like fall out of a tree and that's gonna be it.
Boys
you
will
know?
kill themselves.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
And then
Yeah.
also kill your daughter.
Yeah, the amount of things... I think back to it, like just jumping off like rooftops into pools, trying to do backflips when I didn't know how to do them. I think one time I was gonna like, I think my mum stopped me because I put my brother like under a bucket and just went on top of it for like, and I was just, he was like banging. I was just there.
Yeah.
My mum comes and runs and she's like, get him out of there. You're going to literally kill him. Like he was there for like 10 minutes. And then she's like, do you know if you do that, he's just going to die he's going to suffocate.
You're like, no, I didn't know that. The only time, here's a take. And the only time I ever did dumb shit like that when I was little was trying to impress a girl.
Ooh.
And it was literally stuff like that. Just like, I remember climbing up a tree and being like, no, I could jump down from that tree.
Have you had a guy
And
try to impress you like that? Because that's a great one. Boys like to do that.
I don't know.
It's so much fun to want to impress a girl. It's like running fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Climbing trees is a great one. I think I've legitimately done that. I think I've legitimately like climbed a tree to try to impress girls.
So sad. I don't think anyone's ever tried to impress me like that.
Really?
Maybe you just weren't aware.
Yeah, true. Remember?
So why is this dude climbing a tree?
Yeah, like I'm into guys that live in boxes. Like, what's going on here?
You're just being a hater on them.
Yeah, probably.
You're not on the run.
They're like trying to impress you. They're like, hey, I'm going to send my children to a Steiner school. Yeah.
Oh, but dang. So yeah, you're gonna have 2 girls, but you had the 2 brothers. They were good boys though. Are you close with them?
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
twins, so they're always like they're best buds.
Were they real twins? Were they like dressing the same, like
When-
basically shoulder to shoulder?
When they
partners
were
in crime?
younger, I think they were like dressed the same. But my
Yeah.
mum was just like, "Oh, it's just easier to buy clothes that way." It wasn't like on purpose.
Ooh.
Well, it was on purpose, but it wasn't like.
It's creepy. Let's just be honest. It's creepy seeing twins that are dressed the same.
I would
really
buy. I
strange.
would buy all white of one and all black of the other, and just see if it does anything to like their personality.
Yeah, one's really nice, one's really mean.
You just see one of them like switching clothes. Hey, you wear black.
I literally would. I'd be running experiments for sure. I would shave one's head all the time and let the other one have a cool haircut.
I don't think you can experiment on children like that.
I can hypothetically.
Yeah.
You'd be like Joseph Mengele, or whatever he is, that German doctor.
What did he do?
I think he did crazy things. crazy things.
Don't know.
You just like dropping them off like rooftops, being like, okay, this one lands a little bit better than the other.
Here's why it's not wrong.
Oh God.
Not what that guy
I'm
did.
liking the takes.
Not what that guy did, but here's why it's not wrong.
To do experiments
It's
on
not
children.
wrong because I love them. If they're my children, I love them.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. If I had just one, I could treat them either way.
You want like Dalmatian? They'd be.
And I want them to have different personalities. I don't want them to get stereotyped and just be like, you know.
You're shaving their head. I love you.
No, but I think if you let them wear different things, I love you. If you're saying you're wearing white for 18 years, so I can see if you turn out, you know, more or less evil than your sibling is probably.
I can see how my take was not good.
But how was your upbringing? Where'd you grow up in?
But no, I'm
Oh,
joking.
yeah.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Sorry, Lucy.
Steamroll there.
But yeah, where are you from? What's the
I'm from Manly.
Manly gal?
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa,
Not far.
Well, okay.
that's cool.
You were on the beach,
Beaches. Yeah.
getting out in the waves.
When I was younger, I was like, yep.
Were you surfing?
I did a little bit of surfing, but to be honest, I was pretty afraid of the wave.
Really, even being from Manly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I did like nippers.
Nice.
But like, I think it was like that. Like even when I was younger, the fear of like not even just diseases but dying.
Oh, you had a
So,
straight up fear of
yeah.
that.
So I was like, I'm gonna fall off this surfboard, and because my mum's a physio, so she'd always be like, "Do you know that like if you fall off the surfboard and like hit your head on a sandbank, like you can be paralyzed?" And I'd be like, "Cool."
I should be like, I have a client that literally died doing that, by the way.
Yeah. So she'd sprinkle it in, and then I think I would take it like real deep.
Let's be honest. The ocean is terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
It's literally
I'm
terrifying.
I'm not scared
and like
of
there's
the
so
water
many things
at
like the
all.
board can hit you in the face and like drown.
You could drown.
Yeah,
I'm not scared of it. It's like I haven't had any bad experiences like with the ocean. I'm always like, I'm in control.
Yeah,
I'm in control here. You're not going to take advantage of me, ocean.
you're battling Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I feel. I probably like almost drowned twice, but even then I was like, oh, it's been a bit rough today, are we? That's always been my energy when it comes to being at the beach.
Yeah, it's a true experience to be like you go under one wave and come back up.
Oh,
Just get
and
another one
it's,
to the
you
face.
get another
Yeah.
one.
It's a truly human experience. But the ocean is, I'm not scared of the ocean, but it is terrifying. There's critters down there. Stingrays, terrifying.
What about, this is another thing about boys, the ocean's scared of me. Do you ever hit the boxing, the 1-2s on the waves?
You got to.
Waves come through.
What?
You ever go bam, bam, bam?
You hit the waves.
Yeah, boxing waves.
I've never seen anyone do that.
Really? That's a real boy. It's
Maybe
a boy move.
maybe the problem is I'm not paying attention to boys.
Yeah, boys.
Maybe they're not
imagine that.
boring. Maybe you just, yeah.
He does nothing. He's just standing there boxing waves. Like
And I'm like, did you see the move that he did on that skateboard? That was literally a 360 double kickflip manual into an ollie grind. For something there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe you just got to drop some hints. Give them like a test. Be like, what is it? Like, oh, it'd be really cool if I saw someone spin a plate on their finger.
to see if they do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll like on the walk back to my place. Be like, it's a pretty cool tree. Why don't you?
Yeah, why don't you?
Do you reckon you could climb it?
Be pretty cool if you could climb it.
That's actually a great test.
Oh, imagine that,
Yeah.
just out on a date. You're literally putting him to like a challenge. Literally
It's
every
funny-
single man would have
yeah.
to like roll up their sleeves and be like,
No, it's literally
No.
funny you
Actually-
even saying that as a joke because like I'm kind of getting excited to like
I
climb.
knew
I really want to climb a tree right now.
Yeah.
I knew a girl once who, on a date, they went to the opera bar
Yeah.
and then they broke into after dark the like botanical gardens there,
Yes.
and then it's just coming back to me. That he like climbed a tree and then they had sex like in the botanical garden. So maybe it is like a.
Dang.
And I was like, you climbed over that fence. Like, fuck, you could have died.
They're getting down to
Yeah.
some jungle business afterwards as well. That's kind of like everything.
I've climbed trees. They call me the koala, actually.
Do you have
Why?
chlamydia?
So I've got chlamydia. Yeah.
What else?
What?
chlamydia.
They sleep like
Yeah, there's something.
most of the day, don't they? Like 20 hours a
Well,
day.
there's best thing about. I don't even
Oh, you
know.
trying to do my
I'm
bit?
trying to do your
Are you
bit.
trying to do
yeah,
my
Jackson's
bit? Yeah.
that. Do you know? Have you watched Jackson do stand up?
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
No.
No,
Seen him climb a tree.
I don't do that much stand up. I'm busy honing my skills.
He's out there climbing trees.
Climbing trees is great. That might be the ultimate. Or running really fast.
Have you literally seen a guy?
Literally,
has that impressed you?
That's why the fantasy is like for like a woman's bag gets stolen and a guy like runs down and gets the bag.
Ooh.
Because it's like, look how quick I am.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a
I
dude
can
like
catch.
run fast and be like, dang, that's something.
Well, I don't know. I guess like the AFL players run fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's the idea? You see an AFL player running fast and you're like, oh, okay. What's the idea with that? Why is that so attractive?
Well, okay, no, to be honest, it's just like I don't want to work. So it's like, oh, you seem good at your job.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Is this the goal? Do you have a dream of marrying a sports star?
I do, to be honest.
In
but
what sport? Like, what is the most appealing sport?
I reckon a fighter.
Golf.
Golf.
is the most boring.
No, because I was always like, golf is so boring, whatever. But then Netflix put out this documentary, like Drive to Survive, but for golf.
Yeah.
And holy shit, they were like interviewing them in their houses, and they were so nice. They were talking about the prize money, and I was just like,
Oh, golfers are balling.
And I also think you could get away with not watching that much because it's like such a long sport. They're always traveling. Like you could probably just be at home in the mansion.
That's a good idea. I guess, yeah, you kind of, let's say you did marry an AFL player, you probably expected to be at that game in like Essendon.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, babe, you're going to watch me. It's like an hour. It's like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But then you got like some golfing husband. He's like, I'm in Monaco. I'm going to be there
Yeah,
for...
don't worry. I'm cheating on you. And I'll be like,
Yeah.
no worries.
What's your take on like being cheated on by this professional athlete?
Professional athlete, no worries.
They can get away with it.
Well, because I'm using you.
Dang.
Dang, I guess Kareem must be a professional athlete.
But in real life.
Boom.
That's good. I had nothing. I'd no comeback for that. But you're okay with that? Is that literally your take on monogamy? That if they earn a certain amount of money, go ahead, you can cheat.
Well, to be honest, if they were traveling all the time, I'd be like, do whatever you want. Like,
Would you
they'd
be cheating
like,
back?
Well, I would say it would be like open relationship, like pop off, do whatever you want.
What about you though? Are you remaining loyal in this mansion? Or are you like playing around with the pool boy Pedro or something like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you got pool boy Pedro's coming.
You have to
through.
understand that he's a golfer. Like he's probably boring. Like I'll be bored out of my mind at this mansion.
What's the stereotype of like a pool boy being like?
Yeah, being attractive.
What is
I think
that?
he's just around.
A dude that's
Is there
around.
something sexy about a pool? Like, oh, he's wearing slides.
Usually a pool boy has to have his shirt off.
Yeah, I think they're hot.
Yeah.
They're like, he's out there, you know, he's cleaning the pool, like it's probably getting in there, it's getting wet, like he's wearing budgie smugglers, like.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there with the pool boy. You have a pool boy fantasy.
Not really, to be honest.
But if compared to your golfing
Sounds more like you do.
we can share my pool boy, don't worry.
I know.
Pool
Yeah,
boy.
There's enough of Pedro to go round.
Yep.
Let's just say that.
Pool girl? Could that be your like
Could that be a
nickname?
thing?
Could that be the nickname? Pool girl.
Pool girl.
No, we'll keep working on it.
Yeah, because we need to find you like a handle.
Nickname, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
trying
you
to
talked
think
about
of
the
it.
yes.
handles.
Yeah.
What could it be, pool girl?
But like I can't change it to that until I get the golfer.
True. And how are you
Pool
gonna get a
boy
golfer?
girl.
Well, see, that's the issue with the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
gonna hang around like
I-
clubhouses.
I did match with a guy on Hinge who was like ex-professional golfer.
Whoa!
And I was like,
Dang.
but then I think the conversation didn't really go anywhere because he was pretty ugly. But I should have followed up.
Yeah, he
Maybe I
plays
will.
golf.
That's what you're expecting.
No
She's
one,
a golfer.
no handsome person plays golf.
There's not
Yeah.
one attractive golfer that's ever existed ever.
Yeah, they're all like 40 years old.
And are like weirdos. They're out of shape. They're boring. Because you're literally having to like, yeah.
It's not athletic.
No, because you don't have to be fit.
The most athletic part is like walking,
And they don't.
They hop in
Golf
like
buggy.
a buggy.
You know what? I love sport, but what if there was a vehicle that someone else drove? What if I had a man? What if I had a man-child slave who like gave me the club, and then I hit a ball 2 meters?
Yeah, it's like a snooker player or even a poker player. Like it's that physical. Golf.
Are you good at pool? I reckon you'd be good at pool. Pool girl.
Pool girl.
To be honest, I'm not that good, but like you'll catch me in a bar being like, "Oh, I don't really know how to play. Like, can you teach me?"
You're a hustler.
You are a
You're
hustler.
I'm not a hustler. I'm like that's how I'll flirt.
Oh, you're a damsel.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be
damn
like,
strengths. Have you ever done the classic like, okay, darling, this is what you do, and then the guy comes up behind you?
yeah, definitely.
Oh, the ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy. You've had that pulled a few times.
But like I'm not amazing at pool, but I'll definitely play down my skills.
And what's the situation with that? Do girls like a guy that kind of like teaches them how to do things, apart from when it comes to like comedy? But the idea of, hey, this is how you do it. You just gotta, bam, tap it in like that.
I don't know. I don't even know why I do it. I think it's just like a way to start the.
Oh, it starts it's a sign,
well,
is
I'm
it?
really competitive and I know I'm not going to win. So then I'll go the complete opposite. It'll be like, this isn't a competition because I'm really bad.
Are you competitive?
Huge.
When I was in high school, I took a girl on a date bowling, and she beat me.
Oh.
Off.
Oh, because I got so many strikes.
No, yeah, she beat me.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's terrible.
That's not good at all. That's literally the worst
Do you
possible
know what I
scenario.
think is bad about a bowling date?
Mm.
You
The
get stinky
shoes are
fingers.
so embarrassing.
Oh, the shoes are pretty. Yeah, I know girls are very particular about like, I'm not wearing those shoes.
What do you do? Like, you pick up a bowling ball, and you're like, "Hey, babe." I don't know. There's something.
There's something there. I like it. There's something good there. How are you with you not wearing the bowling shoes?
You have to wear them, don't you?
No.
No.
You do. Really?
Not if you're like.
It's been a choice this whole time.
Yeah. Or not if you're like, because I think with my ex, we went bowling and she's like, I'm not wearing those shoes. She was straight up wearing heels.
No, you
Bowling.
definitely can't do that. No,
She did it.
this didn't happen.
This literally happened.
Well, give me the name of the establishment.
I know, and then every single girl's going to start going there. But yeah, apparently if you're just really charming and you're like, I don't want to have to wear
Dang,
shoes,
imagine
though.
the couple in the
Wow,
next
imagine being
lane.
that hot.
The couple in the next lane, the woman looks over and sees your girlfriend wearing heels and is like, I told you.
But yeah.
What's the worst? They work at a bowling alley.
They're
They're not
cool.
going to get angry.
It
They're
depends.
going to be like, hey, you can't do that.
It literally depends on the person, because even in that situation, what happened, the dude was like, you can go, you just wear whatever you want. And then I think it was maybe halfway or 3/4 of the way through, some lady comes, is like, oh, you got to figure that out. And she's like, I don't want to wear the shoes. Just like, we'll take the heels off. And she just wore socks. So it can be done.
Okay. Have to try it out my next bowling day.
Yeah. When's the last time you actually went bowling?
I think like a few years ago I went as like an end of year party thing. for
Are you
uni.
doing this is another one. Have you ever done the through the legs or the sitting down bowl?
No.
Or any of the funny bowls?
No skills there.
You're doing any funny bowls? Has a guy ever done a funny bowl for you to try to impress you?
I've been on one bowling date.
Yeah.
And no.
Did you beat him?
No, he won, but
Is that good? Do you want a guy to win?
Yeah, is the date over? Is it like he missed his chance if you beat him? Like in Jackson's
well,
scenario.
now I'm thinking about it. It's like I want to win because I want to win, but then a guy losing bowling seems so embarrassing.
It is
like-
embarrassing.
It is.
You
Probably
couldn't
like a
you
nice-
couldn't possibly respect him after that.
No, like if it's close, that's fine. But if it's like, into the
Oh.
gutters every
You
time.
sweep him? Yeah.
then-
That's just imagine the dude just straight up like sweating. Being like I hate myself, I'm gonna ruin this whole thing. But that's the nice thing about having a golfing husband is he's probably gonna be really good at bowling.
He probably is. We're going to have a bowling alley in our freaking mansion.
True.
So I'll be practicing so I can go out on my other dates.
So okay, let's just be real. How are you gonna go about this? What's an action plan of how you're gonna get this golfing husband? Are you going to go to the clubhouses? Are you going to start hanging around? Are you going to go like, what's the attack? What's the attack there? A lot of good golf courses in the Northern Beaches as well.
No, honestly, my plan is to be like, this is the plan. Okay, you know how, maybe you don't know, but in the tennis, like at the Australian Open,
Yes.
Andy Lee does the like guess who
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
with the tennis players.
Yeah.
So my plan is to knock off Andy. Do the Guess Who. Be the comedian on the Guess Who.
Smart.
Chatting with the tennis players. Tennis players, no golfers.
Oh,
There I am.
man, you're one step ahead.
Isn't tennis players just as good? Or no?
Yeah, what's the issue with tennis players?
They're probably at home
But
too
tennis
much.
players are like,
you got to go to the game.
tennis players are hot.
Probably.
so they like, they'll want someone hot. Golfers are ugly. They can only have me. Like,
Lucy.
Yeah, you can't be hard on yourself like that.
but they're like hot, you know?
Tennis players,
Yeah.
pretty average. They're tanned. They're like very lean.
But they're actually athletic, you know? They're playing a sport.
I think you could. I don't think you should sell yourself short. I think you could land a tennis player.
Well,
I
see.
think you should try to land
Yeah.
a tennis player.
All right. Well, if Andy Lee dies on my comedy show, and then
Oh,
you know,
dang! If Andy Lee dies, that's a bit scary.
just cancel. I reckon I can drudge up a video from like 2005.
Of Andy Lee doing something crazy, what could it be?
Is it Daredevil?
Surely, you'll see me in the archives of like, you know.
Yeah,
the
how are we going to
radio
kill
show.
Andy Lee is going to be the real question.
Well, I'll go through all his old tweets. We'll start there.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But I do want to. We've got a little game that we play on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. How are you doing for time?
Yeah, how are you going for time?
Yep,
Um,
all good.
Hell yeah.
Six. I do.
It's got to
wanna-
be home for the Ashes,
Oh, the Ashes.
but it's not till 8.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm enjoying hanging out, Lucy. You're
Yeah, I'm
great.
liking this.
We've got a fun little game that we like to play with new
Okay.
guests. It's called Sausage Boys High. And basically, we like to find out a little bit about your past, kind of where you came from, how you
Okay.
became the person.
This
know today.
really is a great way to figure out who someone really is.
Okay.
I find you really figure out who someone is when you find like their experiences in high school.
Yeah, so where did you say you grew up? Wagga Wagga.
Beaches.
Beaches.
My
Same
ex-boyfriend
thing.
was from Wagga Wagga.
Oh, ex-boyfriend from Wagga Wagga. I didn't even hear that one.
I'm also kind of a medium, so maybe I was just picking up on some residual energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're from the beaches.
Yeah.
What kind of school did you go to? Was it a boys' school?
I went to an all-girls.
I mean,
Oh, gal school.
all girls school.
Wow, okay.
Well, okay, so to be honest, I am from Manly,
Manly, that's
but we did live in Mossman for 5 to 8.
So let's just say you come from a golfing background yourself. Already got a little bit of
I went to private school.
Oh.
it. Whoa. Is it like a religious school?
Yeah.
Yeah, you love God?
Absolutely not.
Hey, God. You hate him.
She did say that.
Well,
just
I
doesn't
just-
love him.
Like
Okay.
you can't love something that's not real, you know.
Hey, hell
Way.
yes. Hell yes. Woo. Take that, God.
How'd you feel about it at the time? Was there like Bible class and whatever?
Yeah, we have religion,
Yep.
and it was just like it was a bit of a bludge, like lots of Tetris.
Oh, you're into Tetris. Okay.
Yeah, because huge Tetris fan. But like sometimes it was fine. It was like pop off, like whatever.
Mm.
But then sometimes it would get like real weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we had like a 95-year-old nun,
95.
yeah, Sister Lisha. And
God
she-
must be doing something right if she's still alive. Let's just be honest there, folks. Let's be honest there, folks.
Either that or the devil was. Hey.
And yeah, so she would live in the chapel.
Mm.
And she would every now and then just like call classes in to be like, come into the chapel. We're having like a session with Sister Alicia. She would just go on and on about like the randomest stuff with like, but the thing is, she'd recorded a CD, like she'd written all these songs.
What?
So
She's
she
a
would,
musician.
like,
She's a
yeah.
muso.
She would like play them to us and like try and get us to buy her album.
I appreciate the hustle.
Hell yes, Leash. Sister Leash. Do you ever call her Sister Leash?
Just praying to God that she goes platinum.
She's literally got like an album, kind of like similar to Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. It's like Off the Leash, and it's just her, like, with a dog collar that's
Oh,
pink.
she's a woman of God.
What's that thing called? The neck thing.
Yeah, the collar.
The collar, yeah.
The dog
Yeah.
collar that's just like...
And there's just a priest holding it.
Or
Did you?
two priests running after her, like, off the leash.
Did you ever listen to her songs?
Yeah, she played them to us, and she'd make us like she'd had the lyrics and stuff like they'd be sing along.
Was sitting there doing like the backwards nod?
Oh, no. You got to check track number 5. Right, yeah.
So Lucy, this part. Shit. That's
And I
insane.
told God I ain't never stopped.
And that's on God.
No, they were pretty spiritual.
Janie gets it. Father Carmichael just comes in for like a guest feature verse. That's delightful. That's very fun.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. How was she? Given her an honest breakdown, how were the tracks?
Well, the problem was
Did you have bars? Was she like...
no, the songs were terrible. They were like hymns.
Okay.
Like it was like God. Like it was not like they weren't beats.
How was her pen game?
She's taking the songs into like a record label and like, what's her name again?
Sister Lee.
It's Alicia.
Sister
Like
Leisha.
Sister Alicia. I mean, you've got talent, kid, but you got to do something original. We've heard this stuff before. And she's like, I got that original shit. Not today, Leash. Go back to the studio.
Yo, mate, you said you were going to have a meeting. Mate, you said I was going to have a meeting today. This is Leisha's day. Mate, don't play with me no more. I go send the Lord after you.
Yeah, and she's out the front and she's like, forget you. I don't need you.
I go start my own label. I'm going to sign my own artist.
I think she did self-produce. So yeah.
Really?
At least she on the beat.
She's like Kanye. She starts producing music for like other sisters.
Just like ghostwriting.
She could have.
Sister Leash. Goodness gracious.
Off the leash.
Off the leash.
And,
No
and they were
copper
just
diet, by the way.
terrible. And she was trying to make you buy them.
Yeah.
Well, you had the money.
I didn't.
She's like, I know you girls, some of you are actually from Mossman. I know because we know your parents. We've looked them up. We've looked up their net worth.
Hey, Lucy, help a sister out. That's absolutely terrifying. What a life.
Goodness gracious. So she's doing that. You're at an all-girls school. How are the girls at this school? What's going on? Because I know girls can get a bit nasty to each other.
It was a bit. There was definitely groups.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, there was like drama every now and then. But there
Yes.
was never like. I mean, I was like, I wasn't in the popular group, so there wasn't much drama where I was sitting.
You know what? You're very, like, if I had to guess, I would say you were probably at a, what's it called, where it's like mixed? Like a mixed school?
Co-ed.
Co-ed. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you were a co-ed?
No, I was
No,
going
it
to say,
wasn't as a
He thinks
co-ed,
of
yeah.
it.
yeah, I feel like you would have been a co-ed and you would have been kind of in the popular group. I would not have picked you for like an
Do you know
all-girls
that
school.
I have to say, a lot of people when I say I wasn't popular at school, they were like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, you've got like a lot of confidence. You seem very sure of yourself.
But I think like
Didn't beat you down at least.
I think it's just like the popular girls. Like I remember when I went. So when I was in primary school, there was like a popular group, and I was not in it. And then I remember being like, I'm gonna be in the popular group, like in year 7, like come high school, like new girl, new me, I'm gonna be popular. And so I did identify like a few girls in my main stream that
Yes.
they were popular. So I was like, let's be friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, they were so boring. I was like,
Oh, so you got an issue
yeah.
with the boring.
This is
it
a
was
thing.
boring. It was boring. It was,
So it's not
yeah.
just boys that are boring. Girls are boring
No,
too.
Yeah.
Girls can boring too.
Are we boring?
No, good chat.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I've been finding this like trend recently. I keep setting myself up for failure, and I catch myself right after. I'm like, you shouldn't have said that. Like just then, you could have just been like,
I think
you
it's
shouldn't
good.
ask questions like that.
I think it's good. Sometimes you need that hard truth.
It's like it's like Sister Alicia or whatever her name was.
Leisha, no A.
Oh, Alicia, yeah,
Oh, just Leisha.
It's a crazy thing to be putting on songs because you're like about to get feedback from people who already hate you because you're a teacher. That's crazy.
Dang. But so you're at this school. You're not in the. So you're not in the cool group. Again, on that theme of girls can be a bit nasty to each other. Do you ever get involved in any fights?
Well, there was one. Okay, so when I was in year 11,
Yeah.
I went to this Halloween party
Yes.
and I got with this guy.
Whoa.
I know. Well, He was year 11.
He was dressed up like a mummy.
I was doing the unwrapping.
Okay, it was year 11, so it was. No, I was a very
he
good.
was making a pyramid in his pants.
That thing in a tube. I got something you can wrap up right here, mommy.
Let me get a geezer.
Nice.
No, it was year 11, so we just kissed. But regardless, at the party. So, but what I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him. I was like, yeah, he was interesting. So
Okay,
good
nice.
vibes.
What was he dressed as, by the way? We need to get a little bit of a visual.
I can't remember, but
He was Dracula or something like that. He was a vampire.
you can say that. Yeah.
Vampire.
So anyways, and then someone like I did vaguely recognize him, but I had never met him. But I was like, I feel like I've seen your face in photos or something like that.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I was at a party that like say was a bit more popular than I was, my group,
Oh, you're punching.
punching.
You're at a punch party.
I was
Dang.
punching. So then, because I had a friend that, anyways,
What were you dressed as? A boxer?
I know.
Or what is it?
Nah,
Just
probably
like a...
Actually, no, I remember I went as Alice in Wonderland, but it was really slutty.
Oh. Dang.
Great move.
Yeah.
Really
like,
nice move.
child-size costume vibes.
Dang, is that the trick? Child size.
Yes, like really short.
Just
Dang.
Grimm's
I guess.
condoms. I don't know. That's all right. They're not all winners.
Anyway, so then I went outside to like get food or something, and then someone was like, "Oh, that's like so and so's ex."
Whoa.
Yeah. Mm. And it was a recent breakup. And then I was like, that's how I recognize him. And they had gone out for like years and years and years, and they had like joint birthday parties and
Oh,
like
no. You've been to the parties?
I'd been to the parties.
Ah, fair
But
enough.
like I'd seen his face in her profile picture. And then actually no, it was when we were in 12. For weeks, she, every time, I swear to God, she was just always there. I'd never seen her this ex. She was at my school. I would turn a corner and she would like come downstairs and we would just be like.
Was she aware
Hey,
of the
Lucy,
scenario?
I'm going to get Leisha on your ass.
She was aware, yeah. And then, because we were in year 12, we had like a common area where we could sit inside and there were like different tables.
Yeah.
But she only had like 3 people on her shift table. And we were in a group of 8 and we were sitting outside, but it was winter, so we wanted to go inside. And so we just kind of took over her table, which I did feel really bad about.
You're a straight up bully.
Well, we could have shared, but she didn't like me. And then they got back together anyways, I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
Actually, no,
Ice cold.
So you might have helped.
maybe.
I feel
I
like you
don't
might have
I
helped.
don't know when they got back together, but I definitely remember there was like, maybe they got back together for a few months. Yeah. And then he added me on Snapchat. And was like,
Oh, while they're together?
no, when they broke up.
Oh, when they broke
Second
up
time.
again.
Did you kind of like it because you were like, yeah, this popular girl, fuck you?
Yeah, I have to say. And
Oh, that's
she
literally it.
hated me. And I was like, I don't even really know you.
Yeah.
Dang. It was getting close to almost fists
Mm.
at that point.
Yeah.
How about like in passing? Was she getting a little bit of mean mugging action going on? Like
Yeah, there was a lot of staring.
staring.
Lots of like,
You weren't scared?
not really, no.
Your heart.
She wasn't
beating
gonna,
a
she
little
wasn't
bit.
actually gonna like,
She wasn't about that.
she wasn't actually gonna fight me.
Wouldn't you just be afraid of like the social repercussion? Like she could do some shit. Well, you got the group of 8.
No, well,
You got the
I mean,
you got the mates.
Yeah, you got the gang with you.
no, because it was kind of that age where it's like, yeah, I've kissed someone, like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I got status.
Also, there wasn't much kissing going on.
Wait, how old? You're 8.
I was like, no, it was
You're
11.
11.
So I was like 15.
Oh, my bad.
You're 11.
Sorry, I thought you said year 8. I was like, no wonder you were wearing a child size outfit. Yeah.
Dang, people weren't getting crazy with the lip gang.
I think there was, but it was very like, because we went to an all-girls school, like, you would only know guys if, like, your friends knew guys, or, like, you went to a party where there were guys.
It
And,
was
like,
a bit protected as well, I guess. Yeah.
so it was still, like, a big deal.
Dang. Did that bump you up a few points after the pash sesh? Did you say pash? Did any of the girls say, "Oh, do you pash him"?
No, it was like, what was the term? I think it was like, oh, did you get with him? That was
Get
a
with.
big
Oh,
thing.
Nice.
get with.
Get
Nice.
with, yeah.
Get with is a great term.
Yeah,
Get
it
with.
is.
Get fresh. I think.
Get fresh is really nice.
Like if I'm like a parent to my twin boys, I'll be like, you guys been getting fresh?
I think get fresh is having attitude.
Yeah.
Don't get fresh with me.
Oh really?
Yeah. Look how fresh this boy is. He's trying to get fresh with me.
Oh okay. Yeah.
I like that.
But that's the
Boy's
closest.
trying to hook up with me.
That's the closest you've ever gotten. Closest you've ever gotten to a fight.
Yeah.
In school. Yeah. Were you a bit of a prankster? Were you naughty?
Yeah, were you naughty gal?
No, to be honest,
Naughty gal.
I was like very strict to the rules. Like I was
Oh.
I was a good girl.
You're a bit of a stickler.
Yeah.
Was anyone kind of naughty, or did they run like a very tight ship?
I mean, people were naughty, like, but not like it wasn't like crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever tell girls to like shh? Did you ever doing that like they're talking?
No, it wasn't that bad. But
Oh,
I was like, I have to say, like, I was definitely a teacher's pet. Like 100%. Like, I know. But I just like validation from anywhere. So it was like,
Of course.
yeah.
Did you ever have like a beef with a teacher?
Oh, huge beef with my maths teacher.
Dang.
She was so bad. And I remember, like,
I think
yeah, it's just.
if he was seeing her and they just broken up, the math ain't adding up while you kissed him. Something there. There's something there, folks. There's something there. But what's the beef with the math teacher?
I think I was like year 9. And she was just fucking terrible.
Oh.
So it was like, and then I can't even really remember, but it definitely like it escalated, and I told my mom to like complain to the maths department.
No.
My mum had already complained to the maths department like the year prior, and she was like, "You've got to stop complaining about these maths teachers." And I can't really remember the resolution. I don't think there was one. I think they might have been yelling even at one point. Like me and her in the classroom.
What?
She was just so bad.
Just wasn't a good teacher.
gave
You
her
were just
a lot of-
catching her on that.
Yeah, I gave her a little attitude.
Just like straight giving me the wrong answers. Like 8 divided by 2 equal 3. That's just sorry, miss. Is it a male or female teacher?
She was a female teacher.
Sorry, miss. That's just wrong. How about you go teach the class then? Did she ever hit you with that one? How about you teach the class if you know so much
I don't
that she
think
just sits
so.
in your seat?
No, I don't think it ever got to that. She was just, she was.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what other questions we have here for the Sausage Boys. Hi. Oh, here we go. It's one everyone really likes. Worst cringe. Do you ever have a particular cringe moment?
And
in
Lucy's
high school?
base, you've definitely, you know what your cringe moments are. I think.
Yes.
Um,
Everyone's had them. You know what it is. You can tell us. You can tell us what it is.
This is what happens.
Yeah, 'cause
Something
everyone
comes to
has the
mind.
first
No
one
one's.
comes,
You
it's like,
can't say the first.
Okay, well,
one.
I'm not saying that one. What else have I got? It's like, well, I'm not saying that one. Let's hear the first one.
I feel like this happens so often, but they're small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you find yourself
actually,
like a cringy person.
This was just embarrassing. I don't even know if it wasn't even that bad though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do 2. But
Yeah.
they're- okay.
Yeah.
First one, when I moved in, like, so when I went to uni, like I lived on campus.
Where was this? In Sydney?
At UNSW.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too far to commute from.
Of course, from Manly is
Yeah.
basically another world.
Yeah, it was.
Daddy.
It's too far.
That's pretty much how the conversation went.
Okay, sweetheart, you can board. I want an apartment in Randwick.
So I lived on campus, and they gave us. What happened? They gave us like a mattress protector, and then I was like, "What is this?" And they were like, "How do you not know what this is?" Because like I was so sheltered. I was like, "I don't know what this is."
Yeah.
What's it? Yeah. What is it protecting it from?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is
And
it
then
protecting
I
it
put
from?
it on, and I thought it was like.
From some of the stuff that we're probably getting up to. I know how you kids get.
All too well. I was a kid myself once.
And let's just say I needed these.
Let's just say we don't just spill in your soda.
Anyways, and then I put it on the wrong way, and I was just bullied. But that's not even that embarrassing.
They
now when I
bullied
say it
you?
out loud.
You put it on the wrong
But
way,
I
like
just
you
had
covered
to-
yourself in it before you hopped in the mattress.
To protect me. I thought it was a condom. No, but I was just always doing dumb stuff. I remember someone at college said to me, they were like, for you, like, common sense just isn't that common.
Whoa. Who said that?
Some girl.
Why?
We're having a discussion about frogs. I don't even know.
Talking about frogs.
I don't know. So I don't know. Then somehow I said something, and they were like, "That's so."
They hit
dumb."
you with a nasty line.
Yeah.
That's a nasty one to be hit with.
That girl was quite mean, actually.
Do you
Also-
remember? Do you remember what you said though? Wait. They used to be tadpoles.
Oh no! I think I was like, I thought if they were cold-blooded, it meant they didn't have a heart. Like it was something really dumb.
I can see where you came from there.
100%. I haven't looked into this at all.
But I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. They probably don't have a heart or a cold-blooded. I literally don't know the difference.
Yeah.
But then she said, Lucy, with you, common sense probably still common.
Yeah.
Did she hit you with one of those afterwards?
She just had like one of those like that delivery that just like anything she said seemed mean.
Oh. And you were close with her or?
Not really.
Damn.
Have you ever just taken someone down for doing something like that?
Yeah, this is Jackson's favourite thing.
What?
To not be disrespected.
Yeah,
Not
apparently.
taking that disrespect.
Apparently, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to like.
Can
say
you confront
anything.
someone?
Not really. No.
You're not
I
confrontational?
can't no.
How
I'm
did
not
you play that
confrontational.
situation though? They said that.
I think everyone just laughed, and I was like, true.
I would think about that for 2 years.
Like I still think about it, but
Oh, you do?
well, not anymore. But like,
Yeah.
it's just like I didn't have.
Not since I
Well,
killed her.
apparently.
Not since she died. She drowned.
Yeah.
That's what happened. She drowned.
Andy Lee.
Next one.
She went out swimming. Now she's swimming with the tadpoles. Now who don't know about frogs? Oh, but dang. What was the other one? Oh, here we go. Like, you are the teacher's pet. What's the worst trouble you ever got in at school?
Oh my god. See, the thing is, I think it was like, honestly, it was so lame. It was just like, didn't do my homework. Like, like I was literally so boring.
Yeah. You were heartbroken. I'm
You were
assuming.
boring. You've got a complex around boring.
Yeah, I don't know. It was at school. I was just like so into the rules.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just trying to I don't think there was like a.
How about a band called The Rules?
It was actually, I would say it was the opposite.
Sure.
My my English teacher and my business studies teacher in year 12 told me to stop studying because I had studied enough.
Lucy,
like
you
the
go have a
Wait, where was
have
this? School.
School.
High school.
Yeah.
Dang, you're getting too close to
Like-
finding out.
Don't look too much into this vaccine stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's enough.
No, I
Look
meant
too
more the
enough
big
into that.
man. I was talking about the big
Oh,
man.
I talking about the big man.
No, my English teacher was like, "You've written enough essays. Like, do not bring me another essay before the HSC."
Whoa.
And I was like, okay.
So you get in trouble for not doing your homework. You get in trouble for doing too much homework.
Yeah, that was like when I was in year
I
8.
can't win.
You're Goldilocks.
But when I was in year 8, I didn't do my maths homework ever.
Yeah.
And this was like the opposite, different maths teacher, but she was really strict and she'd check our homework every day. And like so many times I just wouldn't do it. And I just copy like out of the answers. And she'd be like, "There's no working out." And I'd be like, "Yeah, I just know it."
Yeah. I just knew that
Baller
one.
move. That's
Yeah.
a great move.
Yeah.
What about that? Just like copying someone's answers and doing the working out and it's just wrong, but you got the right answer. That's how they know, right? That's how they know. Did you ever cheat on a test? Like an actual test?
Yeah. It's when I
I cheated on my high school.
Oh, actually, okay.
High school certificate.
Oh, for real?
The year 10 one? What's the year 10 one? School certificate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cheated on that. I got some answers from a friend.
That's terrifying.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang.
Okay, I do actually have for the worst thing I got in trouble for. So
Yes.
randomly in year 8, they made us take this like statewide, national-wide like religion test.
Okay.
And it was like NAPLAN or something, but like for Catholic schools or something.
Yeah.
And it was multiple choice.
God is.
And it was like
Cool.
and it was like literally the dumbest questions. It was like, "Where's Jesus from?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And so I kind of like was purposely putting the wrong answers. I didn't know. I did like C or like I think I was really into Pretty Little Lies at the time, which is like everything's from A. So I did like so many A's.
Nice.
Like I just like fucking. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like this is stupid. Like this test doesn't count towards anything. Like fuck it. Throw it, like whatever. And then the religion teacher, I don't know.
You going to hell.
When we got the marks back, she's like, "Lucy, can I talk to you after class?" And I was like, "Okay."
You don't know where Jesus is from?
And she pulled me aside.
Jesus of.
Sometimes common sense for you ain't that common.
Jesus of. Azkaban.
You put down Mossman,
Yeah, well, he should have been.
but she took you aside.
And she's like, "Look, like, how did you think that test went?" And I was like, thought it was fine or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what's she gonna say?
Yeah.
And she's like, "You got the lowest mark in the entire state."
Whoa! Entire state.
Yeah.
Dang.
And she was like, "What?" And because my best friend got the highest score in the school, And she was like, I don't get it. You two sit next to each other. Like, she's got the best score. You got the work. What's happened to you? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I think I just made something up. I was like, I was tired or I don't know.
We kind of impressed. Like, that's almost an achievement in itself. Like, the entire state,
I left and I was like, fuck yeah, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't take it seriously at all. I was like, I don't care.
Are any of your friends from school like religious?
No.
Whoa, none. That's a
In
bad
this
hit
Catholic
rate for the school.
Yeah, it is.
Or you just atheist table.
I think everyone was like,
everyone was an atheist.
it was, yeah.
Does anyone actually believe in God? Like literally anyone? I don't know if I've ever met anyone that actually. Yeah, honestly.
Sister Alicia did. She was writing those bops.
She's
about
writing
it.
bangers.
That was the Lord coming to her.
Got those God-giddy.
God-given talents.
God-given. She got those God-given talents.
What else we got on this silly little sheet here? Ooh, you a little bit of a prankster ever? I know you said you didn't get up to many shenanigans, but did you ever do a silly little prank?
A little prankarooski.
Or did you ever get pranked?
Did you ever like pull the chair
Yeah,
from
when
someone?
when I lived on campus, we did so many stupid things. Like, we used to take like people's like furniture out of their room and put it on their balconies,
Whoa.
which is like
That's pretty good.
pretty good. And then
That's actually pretty crazy because let's say it starts raining and it's like, oh, well, there's my $10,000 couch. Just have to throw out
no, but
now.
it was like uni stuff, so it was like the college stuff. So it was just like their mattress and like their desk.
Thank God I got
And
a
their
protector.
And then we used to do this thing where we'd like rip up the like lots of pages of the college of the uni newsletter.
Yeah.
And then like of the magazine, and then like it was so many. You put it in someone's room and it would like fill it all the way to the top.
You were
With the
a real
newspaper.
prankster.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it wasn't just me. It was like
Dang.
in the group.
We used to like go by churches, just light a Bible on fire, throw it. Deal with this, sister.
We used to like get a lamb and spread all its organs out across the front of churches.
Dang, that's some real hardcore pranks. Gosh, imagine. So what happens? You go into the room, there's just paper everywhere.
Yeah. The idea was like you open the door and it's just like.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, it comes flying at you. That's a really good prank.
Yeah. It wasn't me though. It was actually my ex-boyfriend. Like he also lived at college, and
He
he
was a
was
prankster.
the one he was collecting all the magazines, and then I just helped like rip them up. And
See, he also had that real prankster in his blood.
well, he had heard it was like a tradition like back in the day, and he's
Yeah.
like, let's bring it back.
No, he's a classic.
He's a
like-
Renaissance man.
He's a
He was just a bit of an attention seeker now that I think about it, but
Dang. Did he pull a prank on you when you guys broke up?
just the cheating.
He's like, how's this for a prank?
April Fools.
We were never dating.
Dang.
That's, yeah.
Hey, he pulled a fast one there.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, I guess we've gone pretty long, which is good. How do we want to put a bow on this thing?
Actually, one more thing. I think. Oh yeah.
Got a nice little story here.
Yeah. So we've actually been getting some pretty heinous comments by this one gentleman.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Are we going to address it?
I love a good.
Oh, we
hate
probably
comment.
shouldn't actually, should we?
I don't know. Is it gonna ignite the fire?
I thought it'd be funny, but it's
It's giving into mental illness.
yeah. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, have you had any haters?
I made a video about cricket being boring or Test cricket being boring.
But you like cricket.
Well, like the thing is, like I do like it, but there was a time when I was like absolutely obsessed. I could watch every ball, and I
Yeah.
kind of sat down to watch the Ashes, and I was like, "Fuck, sometimes this is a little bit boring, isn't it?" And so I made a TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, it's like sometimes not much happens." Like,
Yeah.
and it was like, well, I didn't even totally believe it. I was just kind of like, joke.
Yeah.
And oh my god, the men just came from all corners. They were like. And they were so unproportional. I was like, cricket's a bit boring. And someone was like, send this woman to Afghanistan.
Great one. That's
I was like, oh, okay.
I like that just coming from absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, sorry for insulting your sport.
I hope she gets the death penalty.
Yeah, it was like, it was very like, you should die. I was like, all right. Well, sorry.
It's
I
like
said that about
no, I
cricket.
really enjoy cricket, but I only watch it sometimes. And someone's like, stone this woman.
If she had a penis, I'd bite it off.
It's kind of hacky. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's not a very
Hating?
good angle for them to attack you with.
No. Plus,
It's
like, I'm their dream. Like, I'm a woman talking about cricket. Like, don't be mean.
Have you got
Not
some
many
good
of
stuff
us.
in the other videos? Where you're like, cricket, I love cricket so much.
But then, you know. But at least I said that I had watched it. Like, that's better than most people.
100%. Especially cricket, which is boring.
Cricket's boring.
Which is absolutely boring.
You know what's so funny? Like
It's-
point blank, cricket's boring, and then we're
It's-
gonna look at the comments later, and it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What the hell did she say?"
No, but the comments are going to be like, I hate this woman. 2 good guys, though. Even though you're the one saying you don't like it.
No, they'll love you. Yeah, I'm sure.
Dang. Yeah, cricket is... Yeah, let's end that. Cricket's a bit boring.
Cricket's a bit boring.
Is that right? Is that just true?
I think it is.
Just hanging around, just waiting for a ball? Do you know what I mean? It seems
It's like
pretty...
I reckon it's like almost golf.
Yeah.
Like not golf, but almost.
It's like golf light.
Yeah.
It's almost as intense as golf in terms of how boring it is.
It's so
Maybe it's
funny.
more
There's just
boring.
like this rich golfer who's like, oh, I got a day off. I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Pulls up the podcast and like, oh, she's pretty, and then you're just trashing golf. You're just like,
No, but then he's like, oh, she'll let me cheat on her? Fuck yeah.
And that's the truth. Oh, you're gonna let a guy cheat on you if he made enough money.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
That's pretty cool. I think that's every man's dream.
yeah. Well, we might wrap it there.
Yep.
Lucy, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
me.
coming.
That was very fun.
It was a lot of fun there.
Until next time, peace. Peace out.